Hi guys, it's Lexi. I have a haul today from Rose Girls. Haven't hauled Rose Girls in a little while, but Jenny's been putting out so many good scents lately. So this was a pre-order. I'll leave it in the title or somewhere of what pre-order this was, but she had chunk muffins available. I think she had mini melter bags, a smaller version of mini melter bags, and I think she also had chunk loaves, I think, available. So, and she had samplers. So I think she had 3 different samplers. I did pick up one. I picked up the burn, I think it was called Burn It Down maybe sampler. And it was all like earthy, smoky type scent. So I picked that up. I think it'll be perfect for fall. So really excited about that. And I picked up a ton of chunk muffins. So I'm going to jump into it. I'm also going to say, I told myself I was on a low buy because this order was so good and I opened it last night when the pre-order was still available. I did end up placing a little bit larger of a order than I expected to. I thought I was just going to go in for only the Office sampler because, you know, I had to. Either way, I was placing an order for the Office sampler. The Office is my favorite, so I was like hyped for that. But I loved this order so much that I was like, yeah, I think I want the favorite sampler too. And I think I want a couple chunk muffins on top of it. So yeah, I hit that free shipping. Not proud of it, but I think that's a good last hurrah. I'm going to be done for a while now. I got to put the brakes on because, once again, too much wax. But I'm doing good. I've been very happily working through my stash, loving every minute of it. So no issues there. It's not like it's a problem for me. So I've been loving it. I love my wax. Anyway, let me jump into this haul. First things first, has a little had a little business card on the top that says thank you. I will leave all the information of how to shop Rose Girls down below if anybody's interested and you haven't placed an order with Rose Girls. What are you waiting for? And then I'm looking on the ground because I dropped my tissue paper. This is how everything came packaged, like with this tissue paper kind of laying on top. Also had the biodegradable, like dissolving underwater packing peanuts in there too, which are great. Love running those underwater and seeing them just like disappear. So I don't have to like stuff my garbage with packing peanuts. I can't stand, I can never stand that. I'm always like, it takes up so much room. Like I need this for the trash. But I love the dissolving ones, and my cats always play with them and they'll like try to eat them and like stuck in their mouth. And I'm like, stop doing it. But they're menaces when it comes to my wax packages. So if anybody else has cats, you'll know. It did come with a sample. This is in the scent Strawberry Skies. I love the name. That's so pretty to me. And Strawberry Skies is notes of strawberry, raspberry, guava, which is a single fragrance oil, like a fruity tropical strawberry scent, and fresh cut grass and salty sea air. So mostly, to my nose, this is a strawberry, raspberry, guava with the fresh cut grass. I do smell a lot of the fresh cut grass in this scent, and I don't get a whole lot of the salty sea air, if any. I really don't. I can't really pull that out, which is fine by me because I don't really like salty sea air that much. I'm trying to dabble a little bit more into it just to see if maybe my nose has evolved a little bit. But typically I'm not a big fan, but I don't really smell it in this, so that's great. And also this little strawberry looks just like a real strawberry. It's so cute. So love that. Very grateful for a sample. And then all of the rest of my shapes that I got, my bags, I guess, were all chunk muffins. So like I mentioned, these were like one of 4 things, or did I mention that? These were one of 4 things that she had offered. She had the chunk muffins, those were the smallest shapes available or sizes available. And then she had mini melter bags that were like half of the size of a normal mini melter bag, the regular size mini melter bags, and then chunk loaves. So it kind of worked up to, you know, however big of a size you wanted, which I love when she offers like the whole range. Is so nice because personally, I really like variety. So the chunk muffins are perfect. These are great. You can get like 5 or maybe 6 melts out of these, and it's good because it's like a one and done type of thing, or maybe like a two melt and done kind of a thing, like in either like the kitchen living room area for me. And it's perfect because then if I like it, I can just get more in like a larger size, or if it was like a good scent but I wouldn't repurchase it, then it's, you know, I'm like, it only was like a day, right? So it works out great for that reason. And they're just so freaking cute. They are very aesthetically pleasing to me. I love this one. So this scent that I'm holding is Banned Books. This is a pretty popular one, I believe. I feel like I've heard a lot of people talk highly about it, hence why I got it. Notes are Haunted Library, which is another blend from her of suede, rosewood, leather, old library books, and fireplace. And it's also mixed with Tahitian vanilla, musk, and tonka bean. And this is a really, really pretty scent to me. It is on the verge of leaning like slightly perfumey. I don't want to say overly perfumey, but definitely like a sultry nighttime kind of perfume scent. There is like it says rosewood, and I guess maybe the suede is also doing it. I mean, possibly the tonka kind of makes it lean a little like almost slightly like floral. I feel like, I don't know, there is I don't think, well, tonka's not a floral, but like maybe the rosewood has like some kind of a floral component in it. Because to me, I feel like there is like this slightly like almost like floral leaning scent in here, but really, really pretty. I mean, the only way I could describe this scent would be like a sultry nighttime perfume, but like very, very interesting, very unique. I haven't smelled a perfume like this, but I feel like if I did smell a scent that was like this, I could picture it being a perfume, if that makes sense. That is Banned Books. This one here, obsessed with the name. It's so funny and like totally made me laugh. And I just think the name with the notes are so cute. It's called Busy Like Bunnies. It's morning sex, fresh spring water, mandarin, and sweet mango. And her scent, her blend morning sex, I've had on its own. And it's like a really pretty aquatic-y, kind of like spa-like scent, something you would smell in like a spa, but very like sweet and fresh. And this scent is that with like fruit. So you get the mandarin. It's not like overly citrusy, but there is like a definite like sweet, kind of aquatic-y, citrusy kind of a scent. And mango kind of blends well with that citrus. I really like it. Sometimes mango and wax. I've smelled some mangoes where if it's mixed with guava, like a mango guava, sometimes the guava gives off a weird odor to me. And this is not, I was a little nervous about that. And this is not doing that at all, which I'm grateful for. It's just a very clean, fresh, fruity, but like a subtly fruity, fresh scent. So really pretty. Love the colors. Love the name. Fresh spring water. Yeah, this is so pretty. I love this one. So really, really happy to have that. Another one. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so this one is Tan Almost Everywhere, Jan Almost Everywhere, which is a line from The Office. I'm so excited for The Office sampler, you guys. I did wear my Schrute Farms shirt today because I was like hyped about The Office sampler. So happy. I'm so happy she put that out there. Okay, so Jan Almost Everywhere, Tan Almost Everywhere is, or switch it, sorry, coconut milk, frozen pina colada, and banana slices. And the actual, I'm like taking out all of these, but the actual like shapes within it, like the mini melters, are like white and yellow, like, and this is tan, so it's almost like bananas and coconuts in like a tropical beach or like in the sand or something. I think there's a lot of thought that went into it, and it's just so cute to me. This scent is so good. So I love this. Honestly, I'm kind of kicking myself I didn't get this in a larger size, and I hope she brings it back again. Because if I enjoy it as much as I do once it's warming as I do on cold, then I'm going to be like all about it. I'm going to want more. It is definitely, so I smell the banana in here, and I would say the banana in here, if you are somebody that's like kind of weird about like banana being too much like artificial leaning, this does kind of smell, it gives me a slight artificial banana vibe, almost like a Laffy Taffy or a Runts type of scent. But with the coconut milk, which is like a super creamy coconut, and the coconut was the other thing, pina colada, which is like a coconut drink, it just smells like it's meant to be. It's like a tropical fruity drink. So it makes sense in here to me. Like the banana plays so well with the coconut that it just is like this creamy, dreamy, bright, banana-y, coconut-y, tropical drink. And it's so good. I love this scent. So that is tan almost everywhere, Jan almost everywhere. That is probably one of my favorites out of the whole order, which I thought the name was just going to be hysterical, and I love banana anyway, so I was like, I'll probably like this, but I really, really, really like that one. So happy I have that. This one here is Forest of Illusions. I won't take this one out. It's got green chunks in a brown muffin. So cute. Notes of Forest of Illusions are Palo Santo, campfire cookies, vanilla woods with a hint of lavender. And it doesn't say iced vanilla woods, which is a Bath & Body Works dupe, but it does say vanilla woods and a hint of lavender, which there is lavender within iced vanilla woods. And it says vanilla woods. So I'm wondering if it's iced vanilla woods, because to my nose, it does smell like iced vanilla woods for Bath & Body Works. With a sweetness from like a bakery, which must be the campfire cookies. And I can't say I'm necessarily getting a lot of the Palo Santo in here. Could just be because that iced vanilla woods is pretty strong. Maybe subtly, like, yeah, I guess subtly I can get it, but honestly, I would say this is mostly the iced vanilla woods with a bakery kind of component to it. So definitely very pretty. I've been tiptoeing into iced vanilla wood scents, and I feel like I probably will definitely enjoy this more once it's melting. That is Forest of Illusions. I have, oh, this one is so pretty. It's a purple muffin with some like pink and red chunks within it. This scent is I'm Queen of Sandcastles, and it is hashtag Squad Ghouls, which is another blend of hers containing the scent notes dark amber, mixed berries, plums, and rich vanilla. And it's mixed with another blend from her called Beach Bonfire, which the notes within that are campfire marshmallows, vanilla lace, and marshmallow fireside. So I have never tried Squad Ghouls on its own, I don't believe, or at least I haven't melted it. Maybe I have it, but I don't think I've ever melted it. I don't think I have it though. But I do have I have tried Beach Bonfire. I love Beach Bonfire. And this, to my nose, is predominantly the Squad Ghoul scent, which also, I was expecting it to be more berries and less, like more of the mixed berries, plums, and vanilla than the amber. But I would say the thing I smell most in this whole blend is the dark amber. So I get a lot of the amber, which definitely gives it a very perfumey vibe. Kind of similar to, not at all the same, but I feel like similar to banned books in the way that I could picture this being a perfume. And it might even be a perfume. But banned books to me definitely smells a lot more, this one smells a lot more floral to me. There's no floral in this. The rosewood is the only thing I could think that would be possibly like kind of floral about it, but I think I'm getting a lot of that in there. But then in this, it's a lot of the amber. And I guess I do get like a darker berry kind of note, but the amber is the thing that's sticking out a lot to me. And these are probably pretty freshly poured, I'm guessing. So I'm sure once it cures more, I will start to pick up on like the beach bonfire note in here, but I'm not getting a whole lot of that right now. Could change. I'm just gonna let it cure and see how that changes. So that is, what is it called? I'm Queen of Sandcastles. This one. Okay, actually, yes, I'll talk about this one now, but I will say within the Burn It Down sampler, there's a scent that is very similar to this. So this one here is called Sticks and Stones. It's like this tan wax with brown chunks in it. Notes of this are sandalwood, vanilla, Palo Santo, and leather. And there's a scent from Jenny called Rodeo, and it's a leather scent. And I remember I melted that a few years ago thinking that I would just not like it. I think I might have even gotten that in like a Big Kahuna mystery box, so it would not have been anything I would have purchased on my own. But I ended up loving it so much that I have repurchased it now since twice, probably. It's such a good scent, and her leather is, to my nose, like smooth and like sweet almost. She's a really good leather. And same thing in here. It's like smooth and sweet. And I love her leather. Whatever her leather oil she uses, it's so good. And I'm not the type of person to like leather scents. I don't think. I've never like smelled leather in real life and been like, ooh, that's good. But like, this is so good. It reminds me, and this is a really odd, specific memory that like it's only gonna really pertain to me and my brain, I guess. But Tom and I went out west. We rented we flew out to California, rented a bus before we had our own bus, like camper van bus, which is the reason why we were so inspired to make our own camper van. But when we flew out west, we rented a camper van and we drove it around different areas around California, Nevada. We did like a whole like tour out there. And there was this one spot must have been Nevada in the desert where we drove out, we camped in like this little campsite area. There was like Joshua trees. I think it was Nevada. There was like Joshua trees or like cactus all around us, cacti. And there was also like these old Western kind of style gift shops out there in like the middle of nowhere, very random. But like the way that the earth and the gift shops and everything about that area out west reminds me of the scent. It is like, this reminds me of that memory very specifically. It's sweet and it's earthy and it's like this natural sweetness. And I love this scent. So this is also another favorite of this order. I'm going to put this on the side with the Jan Almost Everywhere, Tan Almost Everywhere, because I'm putting my favorites on one side. But Sticks and Stones, beautiful scent, beautiful scent. So well done. And like I mentioned, in that Burn It Down sampler, I'll share the one that's pretty similar to it with you guys, which I'm also a fan of. I have another one. This is called Clean House. It's zesty lime, jasmine, orange blossom, lemongrass, powdery musk, sage, and bergamot. So there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Love the kind of aesthetic of like the blue and yellow muffin. Like, it's just cute to me. And this one is so interesting because it is definitely a very like obviously clean scent. Like, it smells like you just cleaned your house. But it's almost like a combination of different cleaning products within your house. And I don't know if that's what this actually is, but that's the vibe that I get. So it smells like slightly lemony from like a Pledge kind of a scent. And then slightly like laundry from like doing fresh laundry on the bed. Almost like kind of Febreze from like Febrezing a couch or something. It's just like, it's sweet and fresh and clean, but it's like everything. It's like when your whole house, it's like if you do a top to bottom cleaning. So when we moved everything in our house from the downstairs upstairs and swapped everything around for Tom's allergies, we did a deep cleaning, and this is the perfect scent for that. This is what the house smelled like, a very fresh, clean scent. It's definitely, I do get a bit of the powdery musk. There is a powdery quality to it, but beautiful scent. I love that. That is Clean House. This one here is Circus Sundae. It's Macintosh apple, vanilla ice cream, caramel funnel cake, cotton candy frosting, waffle cone, and frosted circus animal cookies. So it's every single part of the circus or carnival that you could imagine. It's all of it. So love the colors on here. It is so fun. And this definitely smells different in the bag and out of the bag to me. In the bag, it was a lot more funnel cake. Like there's, to my nose, I picked up the funnel cake picked up the Mac apple first. Macintosh apple is usually the strongest fragrance oil for me. It just jumps out at you, which I love. I love Mac apple. But then the other thing I smelled was that funnel cake, which Jenny's funnel cake to me, I feel like does have a cinnamon kind of quality to it. And her funnel cake oil is, if you never tried it from her, long lasting. Like if I put in a blend of hers with funnel cake in it, all of the other things will go before the funnel cake even starts to think about going. It's like the funnel cake is like the last thing to ever burn off or melt off, whatever you want to say, in a scent. And I pick up a lot of the funnel cake, more so in the bag. In here, well, now it's switching, you guys. I'm getting a little bit of the cotton candy as well. I'm getting like a subtle cotton candy frosting, but definitely like a cinnamon sugar Mac apple scent, or cinnamon sugar funnel cake scent with a Mac apple. This, I'm sure, is one of those scents that would definitely benefit from some extra cure time, kind of like with, what was the other one? Sandcastle scent, where I feel like the campfire marshmallow, vanilla lace, and marshmallow fireside, those are like vanilla-based notes, which I think really need a little bit more curing. So this one, I'm going to be holding off more thoughts until it cures a little bit more, but I'm excited to see what that one will do. And then finally, for the chunk muffins, I have espresso butter pecan cookie crunch, which is butter pecan, brown sugar, cookie butter, pie crust, and espresso. And the reason I picked this up is because I have been either totally like missing my coffee blends. Like I don't know where they all went. Maybe I've melted them all, or maybe I've just melted them all. I don't know. I feel like I used to have an excess amount of coffee, but I've been like, where is all of my coffee lately? So here's some more coffee for me. This is just a super cute kind of coffee colored wax melt here. And this is really yummy. So I get the espresso. Her espresso, I've tried pretty much all of the different types of coffee blends that she has. I've tried her espresso beans, her just normal coffee, and her like latte scents. And her espresso is always my favorite, or the espresso beans. To me, it's just like a more pow, punchy in the face kind of a coffee. Like, but to me, I like that. I need a little bit more kapow. And this gives you that kapow without being like just overwhelmingly just coffee. Espresso, it is rich and deep and strong, but you get that sweetness from the, I guess it's the butter pecan, brown sugar, cookie butter pie crust. You get those other sweet components, but at the heart of it, it is a strong coffee scent, which I really appreciate. So love that. That is really, really nice. And also I have, like I mentioned, the Burn It Down sampler. So I'm going to put everything back in here quickly, and then I'll go over this sampler. First one I'm going to talk about is a Blaze of Glory, and a Blaze of Glory is Nag Champa, tobacco cedar, and vanilla sandalwood. I really like her vanilla sandalwood, and I actually have been melting a lot of it recently. And I held on to it for so long that I got a little lighter, so I'm happy to have some more fresh vanilla sandalwood to have from her. And this is definitely Nag Champa heavy, which is Nag Champa is like an incense, and it is, I think it's made of flowers. I think Nag Champa is made from flowers. But to me, Nag Champa sometimes almost comes across, not so much like floral as it comes across almost like, I don't know how to say it, like edible. Like I almost feel like it like makes me hungry sometimes. It's a weird thing to say, but sometimes it does that to me. But anyway, if you've ever smelled Nag Champa, then that's like very detectable in this. It is, if you've never smelled it, but you went into like a Rainbow Zen or like a head shop or something like that, that's like the type of scent you smell when you walk in. It's an incense, so that kind of a scent. But then I do get like the tobacco cedar, which tobacco is like also like a sweet kind of floral scent to me. So this is, I don't know, it's so interesting. It's like definitely a very like earthy, like kind of like a hippie scent, but not like a non-offensive. I like those types of scents personally, so I'm not offended by it, but I know some people don't love those types of scents, but I really, hence me getting this type of sampler, love it. So this is definitely like a very like summertime, hippie, vibing out type of scent. It's really nice. I really like it. I'm a fan of that one. Makes me hungry. I don't know why. Why does it do that to my brain? Don't know. Anyway, so I have Forest Thunderstorms, the next one. It is rain, crunchy leaves, wood, ginger, lemon, and vetiver. And I'm not sure. Well, first off, I love the chunk colors. They're like blue and green. I don't know if the woods, ginger, lemon, and vetiver are like a fragrance oil within it, or if this is all just individually pulled. It's like a house blend, or like almost like maybe it's like a cologne type. I don't know. To my nose, this smells like it could be a cologne. It's aquatic and it's fresh and it's sweet, but it's very like zippy and strong, like and sharp, which maybe is the lemon and ginger, possibly. I can't necessarily say I get a whole lot of the crunchy leaves, but definitely like a cologne type of fresh, clean cologne scent. That's the vibe that I get from this. This is Forest Thunderstorms. The next one I have is Liar Liar Pants on Fire. It is oak moss, bonfire, rain, freshly cut grass, leather, and leaves, which is, the leaves is a Bath & Body Works type. And I do get the leaves from Bath & Body Works subtly, but the thing I get most is the fresh cut grass and the oak moss. Oak moss. So I get like that leaves, and I get like a green, like a damp, almost like a damp green, like wet grass scent to me. It says rain, so yeah, rain and grass, freshly cut grass and rain, yeah. And yeah, and I get, see, usually leaf smells more like apples, just like apples to me, but this does smell like actual leaves. So yeah, this one is definitely a standout. Liar Liar Pants on Fire. To me, it smells like fall in upstate New York. I do also get some of the bonfire. So it's like being around a bonfire in the fall in upstate New York. It had just rained, but you're still out there partying with your friends. You're in the woods. It's mossy, it's wet, it's green. It's like fall. Yeah, it just, oh, this is so good. This scent is possibly the standout, also with the Sticks and Stones and Jan Almost Everywhere, Tan Almost Everywhere. These are good scents. Love them. So let me talk about 15 Minutes of Flame. This is blue sugar, caramel, resin, charred wood, and warm amber. This one is interesting. I'm not typically a fan of blue sugar, but this one is a blue sugar done well. I feel like because of the things that are blended with it, it kind of tones down the things I don't like about blue sugar and just adds more of a sweetness. Like, it complements the blue sugar well, but like it complements it in a way that heightens the things about it that I do like and takes away the things about it that I don't like. because it's obvious that it's blue sugar in here, but like the caramel, the wood, charred wood, and even the amber, it just makes it like this really sweet, smoky, like slightly, like subtly like masculine leaning scent, like a very sweet masculine scent. Like, maybe like the last scent, the Liar Liar Pants on Fire. It's like, this is what your boyfriend's hoodie would smell like the day after the bonfire, when you wake up in the tent together after the bonfire, and he kind of smells a little bit like smoky still, like from the fire, but he smells like him, like himself, like cologne, like his cologne. So it's like sweet and warm and subtly masculine and just like really pretty. So that is 15 Minutes of Flame. This one is not quite as much of a love as like the other three, but still, honestly, for a blue sugar, it's way up there for me. So really impressed with that. This one is the Perfect Match, which is Snickerdoodle cookies, honey, campfire marshmallow, and marshmallow fireside. And I love a marshmallow fireside with a cookie scent. I feel like every time I get one of those, I'm always enjoying it. And this is that, but you do get something distinctly different, and it must be the honey. And I've never smelled honey in wax that I've like ever really liked, because I'm not even really a fan of honey in general just to eat. But I do get it in here. I believe it must be that, because I know it's not the other notes. It's definitely not the other notes. So I'm assuming it's that, the honey. And I love it. It's so good. Yeah, this is like a very unique bakery scent. It's like sweet, subtly smoky from the fireside scents, like the marshmallow fireside and the campfire marshmallows. But it's just like this sweet, delicious bakery scent. This is really, really well done too. Another standout, I would say, once again, I'm gonna have to rank my favorites, but this is definitely in that list as well. It's so good. This sampler set is the reason why I was like, I need to get the favorite sampler and I need to get the office sampler. I just feel like Jenny just does a good job with her samplers, and they're just like the perfect size. Typically, I'll like chop one of these cubes in half and like split it between two warmers. And so then I can get like, either if I have like 4 warmers in a room, typically I have two warmers per room now since I've kind of split everything up, but I can get 2 different rooms out of one sampler, which is great for me. So anyway, this one she did have offered, and I didn't pick it up. I smelled it before making the decision. I almost picked it up, but then I saw it was in the sampler. I didn't pick it up, but it's a very beautiful scent. It's called Little Red Riding Hood. It's Macintosh apples, cedarwood, smoke, ember, sage, and a pinch of cinnamon. And I might, once I melt this, I might regret not picking up more, because it is really pretty. But I will say the thing about it is I get a lot of the sage in this, a lot of the sage. And I've used sage before in my house. And to me, it's such a strong scent, sage is. And it's so, to me, it's so noticeable in this. It's mostly that, like that Mac, apple, and sage. And the combination of both of them almost do, they almost give me like this, I don't know how to describe it. Like this perfumey kind of a quality. And I do get a pinch of cinnamon too, but maybe more than a pinch, honestly. This one is definitely a scent I can picture being like a Halloween night scent. To me, it is really like, it captures like the spooky, dark, mystical. To me, I think of sage. I think of like, I don't know. I think of like witchcraft and like stuff like that. You know what I mean? So this to me kind of screams that. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, it's an interesting, it's a very conceptual scent, right? It kind of puts you somewhere. And to me, like this puts me in like a wicked witch's cabin in the woods somewhere. So that's the vibe that I get from this. I didn't pick up more, but it's a very interesting conceptual scent. So that is Little Red Riding Hood. This one here is Burning Desire. It is sweet lavender, tonka, myrrh, Egyptian musk, and black amber. So another one with amber. This one also has lavender, and typically I'm touch and go with lavender. And this one isn't my personal favorite. But this is a sampler, so it's always a gamble. If you love lavender, you probably love this. And the thing that I think, I've been trying a little bit more lavender scents to see if my nose has evolved or done anything different, because I've melted a different lavender recently and I was like, oh, I do actually maybe like lavender now. And so I've been getting more, trying to see if that's the case. I don't think it is. I think I just got lucky with that one lavender scent. But this, I think because it's the sweet lavender mixed with the black amber, to me, it adds, there is like a kind of like a perfumey quality to it that I typically don't like about lavender. But if you are a fan of lavender, I'm sure you would like this. Lavender sometimes also reminds me of black licorice. I've been saying this in a few videos now recently, but it reminds me of black licorice. If anybody else has that same nose gene thing, I don't know if that's a gene thing, but if anybody else gets that, let me know. This to me smells like black licorice, like a lavender black licorice scent. I don't know why. It's weird, but you can't win them all, and I feel like that's just my nose, so nothing against the scent. It's just my nose. I'm not a lavender fan. This one here is Boardwalk Fireworks. It's Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, which is Bath & Body Works dupe, Mahogany Coconut, which is also a Bath & Body Works dupe, and Vanilla Sandalwood, which I mentioned earlier I love from Jenny. So beautiful gray and pink wax. And this one I really like. I really, really like this one. This is definitely like a woodsy coconut scent, but like you get like an added sweetness, which I'm assuming must be the Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. But it's so predominantly that like rich, kind of like, it's like a tropical beach. You were on a tropical beach vacation and you were in like this really beautiful like lobby of this really fancy resort, and the lobby is made entirely out of like teak wood, driftwood, there's fancy coconuts like hanging from a chandelier. I don't know, something fancy. Like it's a fancy tropical luxurious beach resort type of vibe. Like woodsy, definitely a woodsy scent, but like the whole place is made of wood. That's the scent, the vibe that I get from this scent. That is Boardwalk Fireworks. And then finally, from the Burn It Down sampler, I have World on Fire. And it's funny, I didn't mean to save this for last, but this is the one that kind of reminds me of Sticks and Stones, which is another scent that I love. So World on Fire is leather, Palo Santo, and sensual vanilla. And Sticks and Stones is leather, Palo Santo, and vanilla sandalwood. So this one is sensual vanilla. This is vanilla sandalwood. They are definitely pretty similar in scent notes and scents in general. Like they have a similar vibe. To do a little side by side, I would honestly say, surprisingly enough, the leather note is stronger in the World on Fire, but it's like stronger leather, but like also sweeter vanilla, if that makes sense. Like it's like a more of a like a noticeable vanilla and a noticeable leather. So the scents are kind of, they're more distinctively separated to my nose, where this one, they just kind of blend together. Like it almost, this one just kind of is like, it all is one. You can't really distinctly tell them apart. This one I feel like you can. However, I will say this one, the sweetness of the vanilla is so sweet that I feel like if you are afraid of leather, this one is sweeter and a little less earthy, I guess, than this one, where the vanilla sandalwood is definitely an earthy kind of a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 2 cents. Nobody asked for it, but there it is. Yeah, so I prefer the Sticks and Stones, but World on Fire is also very beautiful. So that is it. My favorites, like I mentioned, are these three. I would say these are tied way up there. Honestly, I would say probably Liar Liar, Pants on Fire. This is a big time standout from the sampler. Huge standout. Love this. The other standouts from the sampler, from the Burn It Down sampler, to me, are the Perfect Match. I love that honey note in there, and I love the smokiness of it. And then 15 Minutes of Flame, surprisingly. This is really pretty to me. I think that's really pretty. So, and then the other scents in the chunk muffins that I got that I love are Tan Almost Everywhere, Jane of Almost Everywhere. For the name, of course, but also the scent is beautiful. Very good tropical scent. And then Sticks and Stones, because it really reminds me of that memory I shared with Tom when we went on our trip. And it's so well blended. This is like art to me. This one is just like, it puts me there. And maybe it's just because I have that memory, but I love it. I love that scent. It like triggers me in a good way. So love that. That is it. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Like I mentioned, I did go ahead and place that order. So if you guys are curious about the favorite sampler and you're curious about the Office sampler, then stay tuned because I'm going to be hauling those too. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing well. If you place an order either for this pre-order or the one that is up still now when I'm filming or was up, let me know what you got. I'm very curious. All right, have a great day. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.